It's just that,
he's
so good for Curry, though, on this.
Well, Bryce Harper and Manny Machado remain unemployed. Baseball, down in Florida and Arizona, starts in a couple of weeks. Free agents aren't free, but agreeing on a price apparently isn't that easy. Last February was the first time in Major League history we saw $100 million free agent deals signed that late in the year. There were three of them: Yu Darvish, J.D. Martinez, Eric Hosmer. Unless something gets done in the next 2 days, then we'll likely see these two after February. So instead of a hot stove league, what we have is sort of a lukewarm panini press. Mark Teixeira is with us on SportsCenter to discuss this. Mark, in the past when there's been this kind of a slowdown in a free agent market, it's generally been because there's something sinister going on with the owners. I'd like to think that this time they're just practicing really smart physical restraint. How do you see the big names and the lack of offers, the lack of movements? How do you characterize what's happening here?
Yeah, listen, I think the owners are getting really smart. They're using analytics in their favor, and they're spitting out numbers here to try to analyze a player for the next 5 to 10 years. And there's two things that are being said right now about Harper and Machado. While these two are great players, the numbers just don't say they're worth $30 to $40 million a year. Plus, the fact that, at 32, 33, the decline of players, that's when it's starting to happen now, that players aren't on steroids and getting better into their 30s. So they're saying, okay, well, I'm willing to pay you $25 million for maybe 7 years. That doesn't get these guys close to what they're looking for in free agency.
So do you think ultimately it is the total dollar figure, or is it the seasons, the 8, 9, 10, that becomes the bigger stumbling block?
I think it's the seasons. I think every team out there could look at for a 3 to 6 year term. Yeah, you know what? I'll pay Bryce Harper and Manny Machado a ton of dough because these guys are really good players. Let's make sure everyone understands these are the cream of the crop right now in baseball free agents. But that being said, if I start looking at this 7, 8, 9, 10 years, I have no idea what I'm getting, and these owners aren't willing to go there.
All right, so we're 2 weeks from spring training. Where do you see this ultimately? Where's the give? Because it's not like these guys aren't going to play eventually.
First of all, I'm panicking if I'm a free agent right now. To be here on late January without a job, that's I'm a human being. I want to be signed by now. But I just think that you look at the White Sox and the Phillies, and whether Harper goes to the Phillies and Machado goes to the White Sox or vice versa, those teams have the most cap space, if you want to use that term. And they have a really nice farm system. They're going to be good in the future. I got to think that those are the teams that end up signing these guys in the next few weeks.
It's Mark Teixeira, happily retired and out of the free agent years of his life. Thanks, Mark.